indicates that the main power supply section is working correct, connected using flex cables. I found an issue with this MP5 player, so I decided to power it on and diagnose the problem. After supplying power, I noticed that only the dashboard button lights were working, with around 300 milliamps of current consumption, but there was no display. To investigate further, we need to open the unit and inspect the internal components. First, disconnect the power supply. Then remove the 4 screws securing the casing. Make sure to remove all 4 screws carefully. Once the screws are removed, gently open the casing without damaging the flex cables. The display and the main circuit board are connected using flex cables, and sometimes there can be multiple connections. In this unit, we can see 3 flex cables. Carefully disconnect all 3 flex cables and remember their orientation. If needed, take a photo before removing them to avoid confusion during reassembly. After disconnecting the cables, we can clearly see the main board. Now we need to inspect the components for any visible damage or burnt parts. Using a multimeter, switch to continuity mode and begin checking the capacitors. Since many SMD capacitors are connected to ground, a beep sound is normal during testing. From the measurements, the capacitors appear to be functioning properly. Next, let's reconnect power and check the voltage lines. Remember to switch the multimeter to voltage mode before testing. We can see a stable 5.1 volts on the power line, which indicates that the main power supply section is working correctly. Since the power lines are fine, the issue is most likely related to the display. Before concluding that the display is faulty, let's clean the flex cables using a rubber eraser. Oxidation on flex cable contacts is a common cause of display issues. Since the unit is already open, it's a good idea to clean all flex cable contacts. Now reconnect the flex cables to the main board, making sure they are inserted in the correct direction. Once everything is reassembled, power on the car stereo again. As you can see, the device powers on normally now. The issue was caused by oxidized flex cable contacts. This is a simple fix that can solve many car stereo display problems. I hope you learned something useful today. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Be innovative, stay with SetNFix.